Hey everybody, Ken and Brandon here for Thursday night commentary, CCG, Poker TV. I'm sticking to it. That's my story.
No radio.
This hand plays itself.
Is that the tagline?
That's my tagline. You find your own.
I had like a new one I wanted to debut, but I forgot it now.
It'll be at the end.
Yeah.
You won't have that awkward pause where I'm like, okay, bye, and then I'm like looking at you, and then you giggle, and then we just turn it off.
Yeah.
All right, anyways, we're going to try something new. So you'll notice that tonight's Thursday night commentary is a tournament. It's a $200 double green chip bounty Deepstack. This was a pretty good turnout. I remember it was like in October, a couple weeks ago, right? Maybe early October.
Yeah.
But anyways, what we've done here is we've cut out all of the all-in hands. So every hand is going to be an all-in hand or a very large pot. So we wanted to take a highlight reel of all of the events and make it happen. All right, so hand number one. Marcos, ace-8. 34,000 blinds are pretty... 10K. 5K, 10K. So it's a pretty no-brainer, right?
5K, 10K, he's got 44K. 4 bases on the button. Oh, yeah.
Jamie, right?
This is Jamie. Steve limped with the 10-9 off. That's a little suspect.
Suspect.
Especially with a guy, he's got 4 bigs on the button. It's like, now what do you do? But it is a bounty, so they are going to be chasing those bounties.
Yeah, it does change some dynamics here. So he's really thinking about it. He's worried about Dave, right? Dave's in the 4 seat? No,
it's on Dave. It's on Dave.
6. I got you. Dave is just going to cold call 45,000 here.
So it's 34 more. He's already got 10,000. He's already got his big blind ante in for 10,000. There's 20,000.
Are you, as a player, I had trouble doing this. Are you supposed to count that as part of your chips? Because I'm like, or that money's just gone.
It's supposed to be gone, but in a spot like this, it makes a difference in close spots. Like, it makes a difference in, like, spots where it's really super close. You can lead towards defending a little bit later because of that extra 10,000.
Like right here.
Yeah. And it's 2, 4, 6, or 7-handed, so it's not the half. The half, you kind of just consider it dead when you're down to half.
Right.
The small blind ante.
5 players, it goes down to small blind ante, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and the logic there is half the table, half the ante.
Yep, half the table, half the ante. 3-3-3. That's about as good of a flop for Marcos as you can have.
Yep.
You just got to fade a 7. Oh,
nope.
Okay. All right. Well,
just rips an ace in the
that'll
turn.
Be his double up.
He's only chop outing at that point, right?
And
oh Lord.
7, 8, and 10-9 go bounty hunting, and they fail.
Yep.
What a flop, what a turn.
Ooh,
Right.
what a nice transition.
That was nice.
All right, so now the blinds are 6,000, 12,000. Dave is still our chip leader. It's hand number 9, so we fast-forwarded 8 hands there. Time leaped. I did watch half of Interstellar. It's pretty good.
I told you.
Yeah,
well, you watched the first half? Because the second half is when it goes crazy.
Only because I just ended when they've met Matt Damon. So don't say anything past that. Because obviously the flight's only so long, and I didn't start until a little bit later, and blah, blah, blah.
Let me
blah.
tell you.
Gets better, huh?
It does. It gets to where I don't understand it.
Good.
Do you understand it all?
I'll let you know what happens. So far, I'm fine. Moderately. All right, Marcos with Queen 30. We just saw him go all in with an ace and an 8. Now he's digging this or Queen 3.
So he's back down to, like, what, 6 bigs here?
Yeah. And Les wakes up with... I like Les's face here. Just looking. He's like, it seems pretty good. Yeah. How much you got there? Because I'm going to take all of it. That's really what he said.
So
how much you got there? Because I'm going to take all of it.
Yeah, well, that's what he said with his facial expression.
Uh-huh.
So this is just an all-in here. You don't want to...
For less.
Yeah.
So the idea here is that he don't want to mess around.
No, but he doesn't want to flat. Let's give somebody else the right price to get in there with 10-9 suited, pocket 4s, something like that. All right, this is this is a raise. This is an all-in, basically. He's basically saying, I ain't folding.
Oh, because Dave folded ace 10.
Right. If he flatted, Dave might have called ace 10. Oh, you kind of want that, but...
Well...
Yeah, but in general, you want to just get it heads up, try for the bounty, and hopefully win a 60-40. Which he does.
Yep. King 4-4. Turns an 8. That's all she wrote,
GG
folks.
Marcos.
Ooh, and a slap in a face on a river with a queen.
Hey, good playing, buddy. Good game, bro.
Tough one.
It is a tough one.
One all-in win. One all-in no win.
All right. 8-16 now. We're just flying through this tournament. This is great stuff.
I told you, this is something new. We're going to try a short version.
Yeah.
Or it's like a medium version. 20-something minutes is fine, right?
Yep.
Steve. Oh, not my phone. Yeah,
he yells at me for not putting my phone on silent, and his phone goes off.
All right, looks like Steve, pretty loose call here with the King 3 suited. Les is King 3 off, chooses to fold from the button.
Dave's going to complete with 9-3. That's a fold, but you know.
Sony with the old ace 10 got one limper, no, two limpers,
all
right?
In. Yep.
All in, and Dave snap called?
No.
Folded.
So, I don't know what's going on with Dave's cards. It's on Steve.
So either way, I don't think it went all in because it looked like he folded. He just mucked them instantly when Sony pushed in, which is pretty bad etiquette. I don't think it was on purpose.
He didn't see Steve.
No, he didn't see Steve. But obviously, you know, it really kind of affects Sony because I'll tell you why. Now he might call because he's only got to go against one player, whereas he would not have called with Steve behind him. Sorry, I'm getting the names confused. Steve would have folded with Dave behind him because he's not going to call with King, right? Don't you agree?
Yeah.
So by that weirdness of Dave just not paying attention, probably.
But at the same time, Steve got to see that a 3 was folded and still called, which is kind of
true.
weird.
Flops Gin.
Oh,
Turns
that's
an 8,
just
rivers a 4. Yeah, I mean, it's why it's on here, right? Because, I mean, it's an all-in, and we know it's a highlight reel, so this is a highlight. But I kind of wanted to go over that. It's a little... I don't think it's any intentional that was happening.
but
it's
I
just
agree.
unfortunate. Right? I mean, it sucks. Because I think Steve probably would have folded with a player behind because he doesn't want to get involved in a three-way pot. But knowing it's heads up, it changes your range, right?
I mean, it's still King 3. It's crazy, Tom. But
I agree.
But yeah, but it does affect it.
Right.
It does affect it.
Sure.
Regardless of how crazy that was. Yeah. No comment on that.
So Sony didn't get busted in that hand.
No, he's got pennies
Oh,
left.
so Steve was actually tournament life on the line, King 3.
Yes.
Oh, bananas.
Which makes it even worse because he doesn't get the bounty.
Yep, bananas. Sorry, Steve. Bananas.
Yeah, sorry, Steve. That was crazy town.
Jerry, our CSOP main event winner from 2018, right? He won in 18? He's final table a couple.
What do you mean? He won it this year.
Oh, never mind. Jerry, the current reigning CSOP main event champion, but he's made the final table a couple years.
Yeah.
Jerry comes out for the big ones. He comes out for the big guys. He does well in them.
All right, so
His style of play
now
works well.
Steve is going to chase the bounty with the 9-5.
All right, so Steve floating the 9-5 suited against Jerry, or trying to do it. I mean, we know. Oh no, he did call.
Yeah, he called.
Right?
It's 9 bigs. We're waiting to see what the flop is.
Oh, that's right.
6-6-3. King, no help. Steve drawing dead to a 5.
Oh no.
Bink. Nope.
No, 5. It's kind of fun in these highlights because you don't know if it's highlight for which
A
one.
knockout or a double
Right.
up.
So that's a Jerry double up.
That's a Jerry double.
Nice, Jerry. Who he didn't yell at me, but he's like, "You do know my name's spelled with a J, right?" Because
I
for
told
some
you that.
reason,
I keep telling
his
you that.
name's like
Gerald with the G.
and I just in my mind it's G, and I'm like, yeah, and then so he kind of made fun of me a bunch about that. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Pretty crazy that guy wouldn't do the $50 flip though, right?
Yeah. I mean, hey, free 50 is a free 50. So now what? If it went a tournament seat, you win everything? If it was a tournament seat, you don't have to give him 50. I'm saying.
Yeah, I got to keep his 50.
Okay,
He's
okay.
free rolling the 50.
Sony with 6s here with
super
no
loud.
chips. Sony's got
6s. He's got 66%. If he had 66,000 in chips, I would say the man's got to win, right? But he's only got 2 out of 3. He's all in with 6s. Under the gun. Steve Queen 4 calls the 35. Ooh.
I know we're getting there.
Jerry with the 9-10 suited. Think he was thinking about raising, or let's get in there, just make it a family-sized pot. I mean, at this point, Sony wants to play against as many as possible.
Yeah, I would have called if I was less too. Yeah, so he's going to have to probably hit a 6 to win.
Although that would have been a perfect spot for Dave to just squeeze out the other players with an ace. Just
Yeah. I agree.
right?
I agree.
All right, folks, look for them squeeze plays. Bunt those players around. All right, and Steve flops an ace. I'm sorry, Dave flops an ace.
Ace 4.
Ooh, two pair.
Les would have had the double.
Steve's
belly
going to need
buster.
a diamond. Good Lord, that's not even close. Steve is going to need a spade to have any outs here, but I don't think he's going to see a turn. Jerry's going to bluff this? Jerry's going to bluff this?
I don't know what's going on here.
Man, bounties make people go crazy.
Maybe Jerry thinks he has diamonds.
Dave just jams it in on him. Jam. Urgh. The look on his face is just, jam it in there. Makes it about 150. Oh, raises to 140. Steve's obviously out of the way. He flopped a 4. He's not getting in there. Jerry realizes the errors of his ways.
He wins the side, and Sony is going to need running straight or a 6 to win this pot.
Going to need a turn of 5. 5 or a 6.
Or
That's
an
a
8.
face card. No bueno. Diamond. No diamond. Damn it. Well, Sony took a couple of...
Yeah, the
we always
ace
thought
10
you-
versus
yeah.
king 3 is pretty brutal.
Rough. It was rough. All right, and then there were 4, folks. Steve's keeping hydrated, which is good when you're playing any kind of bounty tournament.
Yeah.
Today's Thursday night commentary is brought to you by
Aquafina.
Aquafina. What's your favorite kind of bottled water?
I like the well, no, like from like the public ones, or not the public ones, like the
Are you-
mainstream ones.
Are you in some kind of like weird...
No. I
water
like
bottle
Dasani if it's like Pepsi versus Coke.
Okay.
Dasani or
I like Dasani too.
Dasani over Aquafina.
Yeah, for sure.
Is basically what I'm saying.
Yep.
Now, if you want to go super cheap, Ice Mountain
You're the best.
is the best cheap water. And then if you're going to go expensive, Core over Fiji and Core over Smart Water.
I like Smart Water.
Smart Water's good. Core is good.
So I kid you not, this lady cut in front of me, and I don't care if we're going to miss this hand. Lady cuts in front of me in line at the gas station, and she's buying Smart Water. And I was just so mad that she just blatantly just jumps in front of me.
Yeah.
I was like, quick, what's 5 times 7? She goes, what? I was like, I don't know, we'll take a drink of your water. Maybe you'll know. I was so mean. I don't think she understood. I was
really
like,
funny.
you're going to need to get a second bottle of water. All right, Jerry's got half the hand Steve does. 8s versus 4s. Dave limps in. Jerry limped in under the gun around to Steve with 8s. Pretty solid spot here. He's going to raise, makes it about 82? 87?
Maybe 87, 92, 87.
86. 86,000. Around to Jerry. With 4s, what do you like here? I mean, now he's got to call almost, not quite half, but
It's all in or fold.
With
Don't
the
ever
4s.
flat. Yeah, flatting is just
meaning
the worst.
it's not the flat under the gun position. Just get rid of those 4s.
Yeah, I mean-
either jam them in or get out of there.
All right, now he's going to go all in with them.
Oh, wow, he
which
did.
is just like, if you're going to call it off,
Well,
you
now
might
I
as
can
well
see
shove-
maybe putting some pressure on Steve, but Steve ain't having it. I mean, the man calls
There's
all
no
in with King
pressure.
3.
Yeah, there's no pressure.
No ICM pressure.
No.
I'm just throwing out words that I
Yeah,
know.
No.
All right, 8s versus 4s.
Like, if Jerry's going to call it off, he might as well shove and maybe Steve
Put the
folds
pressure on him.
8s. I mean,
Yeah.
not that Steve's going to fold 8s, but maybe he would fold hands that are worse than 8s.
Very good. Oh, he flops an 8. Just Steve run good continues.
Steve goes, sit down. We got a bad deal here with an 8 in the window because you were telling him to hold. You were telling Johnny to hold up.
Well, I
see
think
the
what happened
flop.
was I hadn't clicked the
Yeah,
button yet.
yeah.
I'm also going to do a video on Mike Postel. I found
yeah?
something in the software when I was in Texas playing with it that I think is the literal key to how they cheated. So I'm throwing that out there for my Thursday night
Whoa,
commentary,
that's
folks.
kinda-
That's not kind of huge. This could actually go viral for CCG.
That'd be sweet.
It's awesome. So I'm going to make sure it's...
Yeah, you're right.
Well, I want to make sure I'm right, yeah. But I'm going to throw out the little plug right now. Because, let's throw out another plug. We're at 14 minutes in. Johnny Vibes and Jamin Burton from the Drawing Dead vlog is coming. Johnny Vibes has his own vlog, and then Jamin Burton has a vlog called The Drawing Dead. They're both coming on November 23rd at King's Hall.
Yep. 2-5.
2-5 game.
players.
Yeah, 2-5 meetup. They're also going to do a 1-3. They're going to kind of bounce around between both games, but like predominantly, I think it's going to be more 2-5. So that'll be pretty cool. All right, so we
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, I did do a poker fix hand in this, so I would like to get your input on how you would talk about it.
Okay.
So go ahead.
Steve checks with...
Steve limped in with ace king.
He limped with ace king.
Les checked the big blind. They see the flop. Obviously, Steve flops gin. Steve checks.
And Les is betting here now?
Les bet into him.
Okay, this is... Okay. Flat call.
I mean, this hand pretty much plays itself.
Yeah, it does. That's nice. I mean, not really. He's got 9 high versus a nut straight. I mean,
well, he don't know that. We know that.
8, maybe.
Me, you, and Mike Postel knows
turns
that.
An 8? Yeah, okay, it turns an 8.
Yeah, it turns an 8. It's just death. He
tough.
thinks it's the gin card, but
Check.
it's not.
All right, so this is just an easy bet for Les, and then an easy flat call again for
Steve.
Steve is what should happen here. And Les should lose all of his chips unless something crazy happens.
Right. So that's what I want to talk about.
Okay. Is something crazy going to happen here?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
So the river is a brick.
Well, he hasn't called the turn yet.
He's giving
pondering.
it the pause.
Yeah, he's pondering.
Does the pause sell it more?
I always pause.
I'm not selling it hard enough. I'm not selling my bluffs hard enough. Because he's not worried about anything.
No.
I mean, you always say backdoor
Spades
is not a thing. Obviously, it's the 6 of spades, but nobody cares.
Nobody has a spades.
So
Steve checks it the third time.
Steve checks it again. He's just giving Les enough space to just donk off all
right, so we got
chips.
144. Les is probably going to value bet here. Like
he's got almost 290K in chips. Have you really not seen this before?
I've never seen
That's
it.
pretty. Your intuition's good. I think he bets 70. Oh, he only bets 50. Downsizes. Down gears. At this point, I think he just wants to get a call. I think that 50K bet also kind of could entice Steve to raise him.
Yeah, but now this is where, like, this is... You don't want to induce a raise. Like, yeah, okay,
so, like, Les has got the lower end of the straight.
Right.
When you get checked to you, and there's a flush shot there, you got the lower end, just check it back, right? It's a big enough pot. You don't need to worry about it. Then, worst thing happens, Steve just min raises him, which is like a slap in the face. Now you know you're screwed, but yet you're willing to give him 50K to make sure, which is exactly what happens. I think Steve played it very well. I think Steve could have raised a little bit more.
Yeah.
I think he could have made it like 120, 70K raise.
What did he make it?
Min.
70 more? No, it was 50 to 120.
50.
Call 120.
Oh, it was 120. Oh, so it was
pretty good.
Yeah, I guess. I was thinking it was a min raise, but not bad.
No, yeah, I mean, that's hand kind of played itself.
Nice. Don't steal my line.
I'm just...
All right, we are down to 3 players. Michael Jordan, hand number 23 of the tournament. Bounties are kind of pew pew pew, kind of crazy.
Yeah, they are.
Bounties really affect the way people play, and it's all $50, which I always find funny because you're playing for much more for first, second, and third.
Yep.
But yet everybody goes crazy on these
Yep.
$50 cash bomb pots that are in there. It's funny.
So, Button min raises, Steve min raises, Dave defends, Dave flops an open ender, and Steve flops top pair. These are 2 pretty big hands colliding, considering we're three-handed.
Yeah.
Continues.
Steve bets it out, yep.
40 again.
Dave's going to see it.
Turn is a deuce. Bad turn for Dave. Good turn for Dave.
Or is it a bad turn for
Shits.
Dave? Because Dave just throws in that bounty chip.
That's...
I mean, you got to think the 2's not hurting you, right? And he raised pre-flop, so you can't really put Dave on a deuce. Yeah? I think this is one of those hands where if Dave would have thought about like how the hand played out, that
What is he representing here?
right,
A
it's
deuce and
a
a deuce
deuce?
only? And really would he shove 262
no,
over pot with a deuce on the turn?
no, you check a deuce,
So really he has
right?
nothing.
Wouldn't, I mean,
Of course.
yeah.
So Steve's going to be able to put this together and probably call, huh?
I mean, you would think so. I mean, the nice thing is that Dave does have outs. I mean, he's only down to less than 1 out of 5, though.
This is a big decision for Steve. It's basically the tournament if he
Right.
calls it.
If he
right.
wins, it's pretty well that he's going to win
Plus
the
you
whole
gotta
thing.
pay
If he
him up,
loses, it's really only 260 call. No, Steve's got 666.
So Steve and Dave would
so
be
I
tied in
think,
chips.
in all honesty, this is probably a little long to call. Like, get it in there, Steve.
Yeah. Steve calls. We got the 5 high against the Jack 5. And ace or 6 on the river. Nope.
Another jack.
3 jacks.
Full house. Full his house.
And Les is pretty thrilled.
Yep.
To slide in a second.
Let's just ladder it up.
Yep.
All right, heads up play here. So
1.1
Les's
million.
ability to not go broke on the
9.
second best straight to Steve flopping gin. I mean, it got him a whole extra spot.
Yeah.
Plus, Dave,
That's spade on the river.
Dave did just
Dave just
throw
throw
up
all over
all
himself. Yeah.
All right, Les, let's see what we can do some damage with these blackjack hands.
9-1 chip advantage.
Oh, this is the slaughter rule, the new slaughter rule at CCG,
Yeah.
so you're not allowed to anything more than min raise.
It's funny.
It is funny, right? Are you kidding me? You can't. There should be no slaughter rule in sports.
Especially in high school football.
They're sports. It would be like if heavyweight fights would be like, oh, you won 3 rounds in a row. You're only allowed to punch with your left hand in the 4th round. Like, seriously? What do we teach kids? That's
Participation trophies.
no. You do not get a participation trophy in my house. I do have mostly daughters, so it's a lot of ballet and stuff.
Yeah,
so it's
so
just
what is
like
that?
I don't know. You just don't get to.
Well, they're not really competing, so they can get trophies.
Oh, there's competition.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but
We got all in and a call. We got Les, 2 overs and a gutter.
is there
against
any
Steve.
cards that Steve's going to look at here and not call?
Well, he did get it on the flop.
Oh, he did flop a 3.
8 is a good card. Deuce.
it.
Steamroll.
Steamroll Steve.
Steamroll Steve.
I like it. So that is our highlight reel from the $200 Big Bounty Blackjack. Nope, Big Bounty Deepstack tournament. No blackjack in there.
Big Bounty Blackjack.
Big Bounty Blackjack tournament. It felt like a blackjack tournament because it was just like hit me or double up.
Yep.
Surrender sometimes.
Or bust.
Or bust. A lot of busts.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. We're trying out some new stuff for CCG Poker TV. So as always, folks, let that hand play itself. Brandon?
Nah, I got nothing.
Nah,
Farewell.
Bye.